Hey everyone, it's me Yana. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I make lifestyle videos, post-grad content, vlogs, and anti-MLM content, so definitely hit the subscribe button if that interests you. So today's video is going to be all about why I chose to pursue my Master's of Social Work degree. If you guys don't know, I just recently graduated with a bachelor's in psychology, and a lot of people always ask me, why did I decide to go to grad school for social work when I graduated in psychology, or kind of what is a Master of Social Work. Basically just answering those types of questions in this video. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. The first reason behind me choosing to get a Master's of Social Work is kind of the most obvious reason, and it is that you cannot be a therapist, counselor, psychologist, social worker without a master's degree. You can't really become a counselor or therapist with just a bachelor's degree, so I had to go to grad school no matter what. So if you are considering majoring in psychology, or if you're wondering, what should I do, just know that if you get a bachelor's in psychology, you do have to have a master's degree if you want to go into therapy and things like that. I decided to get my Master's of Social Work as opposed to getting a master's in counseling, psychology, or basically any other area of study in the psychology field, because number one, because the Master of Social Work degree is super versatile. You can do so many different things with it. Even my professor told me that you get a Master's of Social Work and get your licensure as an LICSW, which is a licensed independent clinical social worker. You can work in hospitals. You are licensed to give therapy individually. You can participate in group therapies. You can work in, like I said, clinics, hospitals, schools. You can do so many different things, and you don't even have to be specifically in the mental health field. You can also work in policy. You can work with immigrant, refugees, the older population. You can work in law, and basically just so many different things. And that's what really drew me to the Master of Social Work, because social work is just so broad, and I love that aspect of it, because I'm not just tied down to only being a counselor or therapist for the rest of my life, which I would be if I decided to have a master's in counseling psychology. So I wanted to have options to be able to either be like a victim advocate, or work in schools, or I don't know, policy, different things like that. I wanted to have options in case if I ever wanted to make a career change in my life. So that's definitely what drew me to the Master of Social Work, because it is the most versatile and has the most options. Another reason why I chose the Master's of Social Work is because I just love the breadth of study, and I love how the curriculum obviously has clinical aspects of it, and you can choose which focus you want. So I chose the clinical mental health focus, but you can choose a variety of different focuses in social work. And obviously there's a lot of clinical classes and therapy and research-based classes, but there's also a lot of like social justice type curriculum that's incorporated. And what I love about social work is it doesn't just focus on the individual, but it focuses kind of on systems and the broader picture and communities, which I really, really love. And from what I was told by therapists at my old job, was that if you got like a master's in counseling psychology or whatever, that it was definitely more individualized and focused on basically you and one person, like helping with therapy that way. But social work kind of looks at the broad spectrum of it and how different systems can cause different mental illnesses and things like that, and kind of looking at how can we change communities and different things like that to have a better overall outcome. So I really like that aspect of it. I like the striving for social justice and focusing on diversity and different things like that. That's something that's super important to me, so that definitely drew me to the Masters of Social Work program. I want to have a great understanding of all those different factors, not just like on individual characteristics, but on societal characteristics as well. So that is something that definitely drew me into the Masters of Social Work. Having a master's degree, no matter what you study, definitely helps you land jobs and gives you a higher pay rate. And I researched LICSWs, which is what I want to be licensed for, compared to like LMFTs, which is licensed marriage and family therapists and addiction counselors, and LPCCs, licensed professional clinical counselors. I looked at all the different licensures, and in my state the highest paying was LICSW, which is what I want to go into. And it obviously varies state to state, it varies on experience and a whole bunch of other things, but overall it had a great projected growth rate and paid more, so that also drew me to that as well. If I had a bachelor's of social work, I could have completed my master's of social work in a year, but my school didn't offer a bachelor's of social work and I didn't know that this is what I wanted to do. But yeah, getting a master's of social work, you're not just a social worker, you can give therapy to people. There's a lot of therapists at my old job who have the LICSW licensure, so that's what I like. And it can be hard to kind of figure out what licensure you want, but I'll put some resources in the description if you guys want to learn more, because I know it can be kind of confusing. A lot of people think that, oh, you get your master's and then you can be a therapist and give therapy. No, well, you can under supervision, but you have to get licensed, and it takes about, I don't know, a year or two maybe, depending, to get licensed. So it's a long process as well, so you're not just done at grad school if you want to get that licensure. So that's something to keep in mind and something that I wish I knew. But yeah, so overall that is why I chose to get a master's of social work. And if you're a psychology student, social work student, or if you really want to go into the mental health field, I definitely recommend. Obviously I haven't gone through the whole master of social work program, but I've heard really good things about it and I've done a lot of research on it. So definitely do your own research, talk to people who have that licensure. You can connect with people on LinkedIn and set up informational interviews and just ask them about what it's like, what their experience, what were their classes like, things like that, to kind of get a better idea. But I definitely think it's worth looking into. It seems like an amazing profession, an amazing area of study. So yeah, I hope this was helpful to you guys and that it provided information. If you have any other questions you would like to ask me, please leave them in the comments below, or you can also DM me on Instagram. It's always linked in the description. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you all so much for your love and support, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye guys.